come from? Well, there was a couple of locations, wasn't a pre-market. So pre-market, we can see that there was a cat came in here. You see that last run up pre-market. We can see there was a cat came in here. We're looking at that big liquidity, remember, that's what we're looking for. We can see that pre-market there was a cat came in here, and pre-market the first cat came in here, right? So we've now got these levels to trade MRIN against. If we get any opportunity to trade against those levels, well, what the hell is that right there on MRIN at $5 a share? The market opened, went up, came down, went straight back up, came straight back down. So there was a bit of indecision at the open. But because we came into a cat level and it rejected, that's great news. There was no selling coming in. You think, okay, that's interesting. Because with the stock at this price level, considering that the pre-market close, the market close was at $3.70, that's a very, very big profit for people that are sitting on $3 stock, right? So the fact that there was no selling coming in this down move here into a prior cat level gives me an idea that this is going to be a reasonable stock. And sure enough, that takeaway from that stock was absolutely glorious. In the post-market, you can see it just kept buying all the way through for 100% profit post-market. Monster profits off of those cat levels. And obviously, as we come into the trade itself, you see the market does exactly the same. Market opens here. This is not a cat. There was no signals in the pre-market or post-market. So we can see that basically we just see the price sinking back down to the pre-market lows here. And we start seeing opportunities to buy some more of this if you like it. And if you've got a cat that doesn't really sell off but closes at the high, we told you this is a buy and hold stock. We've mentioned this many times to everybody that trades the cats. It's a buy and hold. It's one of those stocks like NEO that you can go back into several times. It's going to be a big earner for you going forward. Any cat that opens and then closes at a higher price following a cat is going to be a stock you want to keep in your portfolio, because 90% of cats will always close lower than they open with profit taking. That just shows that the price is just done too much. It's already fully priced. And this is why we keep these types of stocks. We went from $8.50 to $18 that day. That's a huge monster of profit. That was a double 100% day, remember, on MRIN. Double 100% days. And then as we have these levels still in place, there was no cats in the overnight session or the morning session. The price kind of trades down. We start seeing some cats showing up again here. You saw some cats coming in here in the pre-market, and again at the open, the price explodes, and you want to be aware of that. You're already aware of where the high price was before, so you're aware of that explosion. You say, you know, get me into this quickly. Boom, straight away. We start seeing some cats coming in the pre-market again on MRIN. So the cats come in again here. The cats come in again here. The cats come in again here. We start paying attention to this as a possible buy trade on pullbacks. Look at that. Look at that buy trade on a pullback, guys. $18, $19 a share. Look how easy it is to spot these areas to do business on. Crazy, right? So there's your next buy at 19 bucks. What happened? Perfect outcome up to a high price of $22.50. Price comes back to your cat level again here. Post-market, buy back in again, and we start going again. We get some more cats coming in. So we get another cat level here. Start seeing some cat levels forming again here on MRIN, and you say, you know what? I'm going to go back in again. Let's take a bit of business again. And sure enough, that's today's market. And when you look back at MRIN and you think to yourself, we bought $5, we bought at $8.50, we bought some at $11.80, we bought some at $19.25, we bought some at $22, $23, we've traded a high print of $28, you've probably done enough money to last you a year on this so far. If you started this whole trade out, for example, with a relatively modest equity sum of $10,000 and you bought $5 shares, and then you took some profits post-market, say at on this first trade here at maybe somewhere in the order of $11.75, you've already made a fortune, haven't you? And then when you buy back in at $8.72, and then you sell out into the close again and you say, right, 17 bucks and 75. And then you go back in again on the pullback and you say, right, I'm getting back into this at $12.70 or $12.07. And then by the time you come back out of that, it's already traded a high print of $25.30. If you bought back in again here at $19.30, and it's just traded $28, do you know how much your $10,000 would have been worth on just those trades? I've just done the sums there. Do you know how much your 10 grand would be worth on just those trades without adding any more money, just reinvesting the trade? If you invested $10,000 at this point here, bearing in mind you're not risking $10,000, you're investing $10,000, non-leverage. And by the time you took this trade out at this pre-market here, this is without adding in today's market profit, your current account would be standing at $145,000 just on those trades alone. Just on those trades alone, guys, $145,000 of reinvesting the profits in that same trade. Now that's $145,000 in approximately, well, how many trading days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days. 6 trading days for 145 grand of profit. Or 135 grand of profit, 10 grand capital. And a lot of people think, how the hell, you know, even if you started with $1,000 in stock, $1,000 in stock, you'd be up $14,000 working the big positions. Now, this is an unusual stock outcome, guys. We're not saying that this is normal. But what we are saying is this is how you can trade the cats. As a rule, this is how you can trade the cats, because each day there's going to be a cat opportunity that may maybe take a trade. So if you can reinvest the profits every time you see a cat opportunity, you might only pick up 10 or 20%, but on the odd occasion, you'll pick up a 500% or a 100% or a 200%. We've had 1,000% inside of one day before. Oh yes, we have. We've had 1,000% in one day before. So you can see that the ability to reinvest these profits and keep working these ideas over and over and over again, you're on the right side of history when it happens. Now, this is obviously just one stock repeated because it's always had that upside potential. When it stops having the upside potential, you just say, you know what, I'm finished with that stock, let's go on to some of the other stocks. Then you have another 2 or 3 opportunities on some of the other stocks. 10% a day, guys, 10% a day, traded often. You will be incredibly wealthy over a period.